Just exhausted moment. Coach Sweeney last game brought up, just the history of the so-called, rivalry that we've had with Louisville over the past few years, and every game, leading up to this one, we felt like we kind of left something on the table. You know, it was a lot going into those past 4 years, just talking about like how we could have played a lot better. And then Coach Sweeney always reminds us of what the media was saying, how we got lucky, or things could have went a whole lot differently. But I feel like this past weekend we kind of just really want to come out and show that we felt like we were the better team, and we weren't going to let what anybody says about any of the hype or anything around us or around them, get in the way of just going out there and just executing the plan to show that we were the better team. So that was kind of just the main thing, leave no doubt, just exhausting the moment.
What was the biggest difference in containing Lamar Jackson this time when he's not having to play 100 plays?
It was still a hassle, man. I remember going out there in the first zone read, you're like, dang, it's been here. You forget how fast the dude is, but it's like, wow, But it was. I just felt like this year we were a lot more, just a lot more experience with playing against a guy like him. Obviously for last year, you see all the tape and stuff like that, but it's going to be a difference when you're playing against a guy who's as talented as he is, And with a lot of guys coming back this year, I feel like we were just more ready for the task at hand, and because we kind of understood, just how good of a player he is and how he makes everybody else around him better. So that's what the biggest thing I would say, just the experience and understanding of just, we know how he plays, and he was a lot more mature this year. A lot of plays where he would have ran last year. He threw it more this year, so it was good. It was definitely a good learning curve for us, definitely.
When you walked in the locker room, did you feel like you left no doubt?
Oh, definitely. And I felt like, but as a leader, we left no doubt, but we felt like we could have finished better towards the end. Obviously those last two touchdowns, we felt like we could have nipped that in the butt. But definitely we felt like as a defense and as a team, we definitely complement each other very, very well, and we definitely executed the game plan to full extent, and we feel like we definitely showed that we were the true winners of that game.
I watched the broadcast last night. Kirk Herbstreit was making a big deal about you and Christian being happy for those second, third, fourth string guys.
Oh yeah.
Is that the mindset of a leader?
Definitely. I mean, not just leaders. That's just a part of being a good teammate. I mean, if you're not happy for the guys that come in behind you, or just the other guys around you, having success and playing well out there, like people don't know, but that when they left their starters in, and for that fourth down on the goal line stop that we had against them, that was huge for us. That was one of the biggest stepping stones for us making that next step to being a great defense that I've seen in a long time here, man. That was really big because those guys, they were going against the starting offense, and some of those guys were second and third string, and just to see those guys, lock in on the task and just focus and just had a grit to, stop those guys for 4 down straight. It was big. So, I don't know how you couldn't be happy for guys like that, and just in general. So, yeah, I mean, that's nothing to be applauded about. That's just something, that's just being a good teammate.
You said last week that you love playing in Death Valley, but you don't mind going on the road. You said even if the stands were empty, you guys would still be just as excited and
Yeah.
around. Just talk about the emotion of going on the road and being able to kind of silence the crowd.
Oh, I love going on the road, man. That's just it kind of goes hand in hand. Obviously playing in Death Valley is nothing like it, but when you get to go on the road and you get to deal with obviously that doesn't affect how we play, but you get to see just how other crowds and how like enthused they are for their team, and like obviously we get to silence other people's crowd if we playing well and stuff like that. I mean, that was great, especially in a place like Louisville. They had the blackout, and their fans were sitting right behind us on the side on the bench, and they were yelling some very vulgar language at us, and to see us have the success that we had, and you look back there and they're like kind of quiet now and stuff like that. But it's definitely fun going to other places and great atmospheres like Louisville. They have a really, really good team, and that was a tough matchup for us. And I was just happy we came out and performed well for sure.
In the past 2 weeks, the games have been so big, the stakes are huge. Do you guys almost have to reset your mind now that there's still a long part of the season to go?
Oh yeah, every week, man. I mean, these first 3 games, they've been a big test for us. The first game, we want just trying to just getting our feet wet. It's a new team. Then Auburn and Louisville, 2 big primetime games, obviously. And but we understand that, just because we've played in big games already early in the season. Like being 3-0 doesn't make you, the best team, the national championships. That's not how we look at it here. We look at it as every week there's a new task at hand, and the whole total body of work at the end of the year. That's just really going to put a testament to how good of a team and how great of a year you're gonna have. So yeah, we're definitely. I feel like we're past this one. We're gonna nip that in the butt with the film today, and when we start practice today, it's gonna be all Boston College. So.
Do you even allow yourself a little bit to think, man, maybe we have pieces to do what we did last year?
Hey, I mean, freshman maybe, but the culture here, man, it's so different. We do a great job of just making people realize like. You got to put that in the past. So, I mean, to be honest, it's hard to hone in on stuff like that because our support and cast around us, like our coaches, the people around us, they do a great job of making us realize that you got to put that in the past. And like we have a what's it called? That Coach Sweeney always say windshield mentality. Yeah, we put that in every meeting we come in. He puts like the wins that we've had or the games that we've had. He puts those on the rearview mirror. Then on the windshield, he puts the next task at hand. It'll be a big old thing. Today it's gonna be a big old thing at Boston College. So we do a great job of that. So we don't have no problem with that for sure.
Clearly, as well as the defense had played, you hadn't generated a turnover yet. And then on Saturday night, Dorian had that big pick six, of course. How big was that for just the momentum of the game?
Man, that was huge for us. Coach Sweeney, for the last month, just been talking about. Guys, we got to win the turnover margin. I don't know no team that win a national championship or be the best they can be without winning the turnover margin. And we finally won the turnover margin. So that was great to see. And then just to see Dorian get that pick and take it to the house, and then you see all those guys blocking for him and stuff like that, and everybody on the sidelines excited. That was huge for us, man, because it was our first non-offensive touchdown, and hopefully we'll keep that going and it'll spark a streak or something like that. Mm-hmm. No, man, he's entitled to say what he wants to say. It's nothing against that. I mean, at the end of the day, we're only 3-0, so we haven't put a nip on how good of a defense we can be. At the end of the season, that's when you can make that discussion on how good of a defense we are. And we understand it. That's why we don't take any offense to anything anybody says about us as far as that. Defense, it's a whole total body of work. It don't matter if you number one defense right now 3 games into the season. Our goal is to be, the best defense that we can be for our team, and towards the end of the year, hopefully be in those categories as the best defense in the country and one of the best defenses in Clemson history. So, no offense to him. No offense to us on anything that he had to say, for sure. But we feel we're very confident in ourselves, and we're very confident in how good we can be. So we just going on to the next task at hand. We're good.